Thank you all for being very, very patient. We have a great evening ahead of us today. For those who remember, कुछ लोगों को याद होगा last year हमने एक लता मंगेशकर जी का program किया था. That was in the month of June, and we had some of the guests who are present here today. They were there last time as well. तो सब लोगों को बहुत पसंद आया था प्रोग्राम. तो सब लोग पूछ रहे थे कि इसका पार्ट 2 कब होने वाला है. तो हमने सोचा कि पार्ट 2 तो वैसे नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट व्हाई नॉट हैव अ कंबाइंड प्रोग्राम ऑफ लता एंड आशा टुगेदर सिंस बोथ ऑफ देम सेलिब्रेट देयर बर्थडेज इन द मंथ ऑफ सितंबर. तो मैं आपका ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा क्योंकि आप लोग बहुत देर से वेट कर रहे हैं कि प्रोग्राम कब शुरू होगा. बाकी के गाने तो सुन लिए. आज के प्रोग्राम में क्या होने वाला है इसकी भी शायद आपको उत्सुकता होगी कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज गोइंग टू हैपन हियर टुडे. सो वी विल हैव इट सिमिलर ऑन द सिमिलर लाइंस ऑफ द लता मंगेशकर प्रोग्राम. देयर आर मेनी सॉन्ग्स दैट यू हैव हर्ड बिफोर. We'll tell you some stories about them. We'll talk to you about the different styles of singing, and we have 4 experts here. Experts is an understatement, I must say. Whatever there is to know about music, between these 4 gentlemen, they know everything. I can assure you of that, and you will completely believe me by the end of the program. Those who were there last time already know that yes, that these are really big guns. So one by one, I would like to invite them on stage. Let me start with Achisman Mazumdar, who's standing right here, who's also going to kind of anchor the program. I'm just going to run the laptop. Let me call upon a gentleman whom we are meeting for the first time because he was not a part of the show last year, and it's a great pleasure to have him here. Please welcome Kushal Gopalka. Again, Kushal also runs his family business, but वो छोटा मोटा काम है. इनका बड़ा काम है to music, just music. What more can I say? All right, next is a gentleman. अब इनके बारे में क्या बताऊं. ये जो गुरु लोग होते हैं ना, गुरुओं के महागुरु, like the grand wizard. So there are wizards in India in music, and then there is the grand wizard. So so Pawan Jha is the grand wizard amongst the wizards. अब पवन के बारे में क्या बताऊं. I mean, कहने के लिए बहुत कुछ है. You will figure out very soon what वो किस खेत की मूली ये भी है. But the kind of knowledge and the kind of in-depth understanding they have of music and the knowledge they have of music is like next level. As I said, he's like the grand wizard amongst the wizards. And that brings us to the last guest of the evening. इनके बारे में भी क्या बताऊं. इनको जानने पहचानने वाले काफ़ी सारे लोग हैं यहाँ पे क्योंकि ये गोवा के निवासी है. डॉक्टर चंद्रशेखर राव has done. He's a dermatologist by profession, but again, one of the grand wizards of music. And ऐसा नहीं कि वो गोवा के है तो वो घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर जिसे कहते हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. He's also one of the biggies as far as music in India is concerned.
Thank you very much, ESG, for having us here. As Sachin said, the program is called September Sisters. That is Lata Mangeshkar and Asha Bhosle's work. Now the topic is so meaty that we thought that let's not do any kind of coverage of what their careers have been. It's too huge to cover even single person at a time for even 3 shows put together successively. So we thought what we'll do is we'll take some specific genres of songs and we'll play a pair of songs back to back, one by each sister, not necessarily in the order of seniority, and we'll leave you with a state of bemusement as to what the heck did I hear. And whom do I start preferring now as a singer? Basically, what we want you to do is, treat songs as songs, art before the artist. So we're going to make you sit on the fence, and you'll be happy sitting on the fence on all these songs. So that's the idea.
So Achishman is, and also you are just showering praises on us. I think we're just here to enjoy ourselves, okay? So we're just one of you. और ये जो अनगिनत संख्या का प्रसाद जो हमें मिला है, ये 2 बहनों ने दिया है और सिनेमा संगीत ने हमें दिया है. वी आर जस्ट हियर टू टेक दैट एंड उसका भोग करने के लिए आए हैं. सो वी आर टू स्मॉल, ओके. सो वी आर जस्ट वांटिंग टू क्लैरिफाई दिस. और आई एम जस्ट एडिंग टू व्हाट Achishman just said कि this evening is about lovely music that has been created, and well, you may be tempted to draw parallels. You may be tempted to think ki you don't need to draw parallels because actually there is no need to draw parallels. But we've fused 2 songs of one kind of genre and we've just taken these genres randomly. कोई मतलब उसके पीछे कोई मकसद नहीं है. But they're interesting ways to study and enjoy what these two September siblings have done. So it's not about rare songs or it's not about popular songs at all. And we are just trying to understand how they have created this, and to just fathom, just to get underneath the beauty of these tracks. So please establish your own winners for each pair. That's up to you. But see how versatile these artists are. That's all that I wanted to add to what you said.
Very, very true. Thanks, Kushal. Thanks for these pointers.
आने वाली नस्लें तुम पर रश्क करेंगी कि तुमने लता और आशा को देखा और सुना है. Lata Mangeshkar had her own destiny, and she ruled the filmdom, the male dominant filmdom, like a queen. We did discuss this last time also. But Asha had her own destiny. And then Destiny had a very interesting play that Destiny put both Lata and Asha in the same bracket, in the same family, under the same parents, under the same struggle, under the same childhood, and in the same industry. But it was not just their own destiny. Lata Mangeshkar and Asha Bhosle both were also destiny of time and of our era. And it was our destiny that we were born in that era when not only Lata Mangeshkar was there, but also Asha Bhosle was there. So ये हमारी भी destiny है कि हम उस दौर में हुए जब लता और आशा एक साथ हुए. और यकीन मानिए, अगर ये प्रोग्राम सिर्फ लता मंगेशकर पे होता या ये प्रोग्राम सिर्फ आशा भोसले पे होता तो भी ऐसा ही प्रोग्राम होता, इतना ही खूबसूरत होता. लेकिन टुडे वी हैव 2 फॉर द प्राइस ऑफ 1, एक लो एक मुफ्त. तो ये डेस्टिनी है, और ये हमारी डेस्टिनी है कि आज आप सबका वेलकम करने के लिए लता और आशा दबे लबों से आपको सलाम भेजा है उन्होंने.
Thank you, Pawan. So that was from the movie Bivi Aur Makan, a Bhairavi-based beautiful song composed by Hemant Kumar, lyrics by Gulzar in his early days. Let's go to the next track without much ado. This is a clip from a movie which is not Indian, but a Nepali movie in which both the sisters have sung. And Pawan, I remember you telling me that Jaydev, who is the composer of this movie, and the producer was the king of Nepal himself, King Mahendra of Maharaja Mahendra of Nepal. Casting was set. Mala Sinha was the heroine, and Asha Bhosle's voice was the voice of Mala Sinha for at least 2 songs. After everything was done, King Birendra told Jaydev that, I enjoyed your work, but we need one song of Badi Didi also. So Jaydev says that, it's done. All the songs have been mapped to the actresses, shooting has been done. In that case, we'll have the song as the opening song of the movie, but we need a song for Shubh Shagun. And that song will be by Lata Mangeshkar, and I will add the lyrics. So I think this is essentially the perception difference of these 2 sisters. Both of them are perceived as great singers, but I think Lata Mangeshkar's vocals can kind of induce an X factor amongst all our minds that Shubh Shagun ke liye unka gana hona chahiye. So the first song that we'll hear is from the movie Maiti Ghar, the opening song, the title credits, and then it will be followed by Asha Bhosle singing on behalf of. So Pavani was saying something about the anthemic value of the song.
Yeah. So if you see, that is the title song, it is actually a tribute to Nepal. And people in Nepal still consider it as an anthem given by cinema, and an anthem given by the Indian artists, especially like Jaydev, Asha Bhosle, Manade, they all were singers. There were 14 songs in this track, and the film was actually first private film made in Nepal. And King Mahendra Bir Bikram Singh, he personally ensured that the film should provide that value of Nepal. So that is why the first song is a tribute to the Everest as well as the country of Nepal, the heartland of Nepal. And since he wanted that kind of purity in that prayer, purity that when you consider your country as your God, as your motherland, so you need a pure prayer. That is why the Lata Mangeshkar was brought into this particular project, जब वो शुरू में नहीं थी. And एक बहुत खास बात है कि लता एंड आशा से पहले जयदेव आए इस प्रोजेक्ट में. एंड जयदेव का आपको सबको पता हो कि ही वॉज लाइक अ फकीर. मतलब he didn't earn, he lived in penury, he didn't even own a makan. But when King Bir Bikram Mahendra asked him for the remuneration for this particular film, he said, I won't take money. आप राजा हैं, आपके पास एक शेर की खाल मिल जाएगी जो असली शेर की खाल होगी. तो एक असली शेर की खाल जयदेव को किंग ने स्पेशली गिफ्ट की इस फिल्म को कंपोज करने के लिए, ऐसे आदमी को जिसके पास पैसे नहीं होते थे. वो कुछ भी पैसे मांग सकते थे किंग से. तो हमारे यहाँ के आर्टिस्ट ने जो कंट्रीब्यूट किया नेपाल के लिए, लेकिन जयदेव ने उस खाल को अपने ज़िंदगी के आखिरी तक उस पर साधना करते थे, बैठ के म्यूजिक उस पर कंपोज करते थे. तो नेपाल, ये दिस इज लता एंड आशा गोइंग बियॉन्ड बॉर्डर्स, crossing the barriers of the language, creating a song in a different language, and that is their contribution to this particular subcontinent. They were not only the voices of India, they were the voices of subcontinent, because they are equally appreciated in Pakistan, Nepal, and of course Bangladesh. So that is how their significance is.
Thanks, Pawan. Kushal, what do you think is the essence of difference of their gaiki? I want to ask you a difficult
Bouncer मुझे ही डाला. So difficult. So both of them are coming from the same genes. They have the wonderful genes of the Mangeshkar. Their father was a fantastic vocalist, beyond compare, I would say. And add to that their wonderful riyaz, their wonderful tapasya. Both of them are खूब रियाजी रहे हैं अपनी ज़िंदगी भर. दुनिया से छुपाया है उन्होंने रियाज अपना, बिकॉज उनके रियाज के चर्चे या उनकी टेक्निक्स के बारे में कहीं लिखा नहीं है, उनको बोलते हुए सुना नहीं है. बट बोथ ऑफ देम आर साधक रहे हैं वो. अब इतने जो रियाजी आर्टिस्ट है, और आर्टिस्ट ऐसे कि आवाज़ जब गाते हैं तो लगता है पानी बह रहा हो, पानी की लाइटनेस, पानी की हैवीनेस, पानी की निर्मलता, एंड फ्लोइंग ऐसा बहता हुआ पानी जो है. तो इस तरह की दो आवाज़ों के बारे में, दो गायकियों के बारे में आपने मुझे पिट कर दिया है कि चलिए आप कमेंट करिए इसके बारे में. तो मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा कि दोनों आवाज़ें बड़ी घूमती हुई आवाज़ें हैं. कुछ भी गाना आसानी से, कोई भी जॉनर का हो, कोई भी कैसा भी टेढ़ा मेढ़ा गाना हो या बहुत सिंपल सा गाना हो, ऐसे जस्टिस करती हैं कि क्या बताएं आप, कोई किसी से कम नहीं है. और असर लाती हैं. For whatever they have sung, you feel कि शायद इससे बेहतर कोई और गा नहीं सकता इस गीत को. और देखिए हमारे जो सिनेमा में गीत बनते हैं वो कैसे बनते हैं कि एक म्यूज़िक कंपोज़र ने सोच लिया है कि ये गीत बनाना है, और उनको रिहर्सल के लिए बुलाते हैं. एक दो बार सुन लेती हैं ये बहनें, और कार्बन कॉपी जैसा रहता है कि जो आपने ऊपर लिखा है, कार्बन लगाने के बाद वैसा का वैसा नीचे आ जाता है, नीचे वाली प्रति में. उसी तरह से दोनों कार्बन कॉपियां हैं, तुरंत गाना याद कर लेती हैं. मुश्किल है, बहुत मुश्किल है. और शायद जो एक्सप्रेशंस म्यूज़िक कंपोज़र ने सोचे हों वो तो एग्जीक्यूट करती हैं, पर अपना एक्स्ट्रा भी उसमें देती हैं ज़रूरत के अनुसार. तो दोनों की दोनों महान गायिका हैं. अब आपने जो बात की कि फ़र्क क्या है, तो मैं जो समझता हूँ आपके सामने रखता हूँ कि दोनों अलग घरानों से बिलोंग करती हैं. अगर बात करें तो लता जी ने कई बार कहा है कि शी ओज हर ट्रेनिंग टू मास्टर गुलाम हैदर साहब, खेमचंद जी, नौशाद साहब से बहुत उन्होंने प्राप्त किया, अनिल विश्वास जी से उन्होंने बहुत सीखा, एक्सेट्रा. तो आशा जी ने अपनी जो मेन ट्रेनिंग ली, मैं उनका नाम लेना चाहूँगा, ओपी नैयर साहब का नाम, जहाँ उन्होंने बहुत कुछ अपने आप को मोल्ड करता हुआ देखा। हालांकि उनकी गायकी गीता जी की जैसे शुरुआती दौर में बहुत इम्प्रेशन रहा, क्योंकि वो दीदी की तरह नहीं बनना चाहती थी। तो अगर मैं अगर सिंपल वर्ड्स में अगर कहूँ कि दोनों की आवाज़ें बहुत फैंटास्टिक रेंज लेके में घूमती हैं, बहुत अच्छी आवाज़ें हैं, और दोनों की आवाज़ें बहुत ही अपने सारे सप्तकों में घूमते हुए सब नोट्स को अपनी अल्टीमेट प्योरिटी से छूती हैं। पर आशा जी जब गाती हैं तो मुझे लगता है कि एक बेधड़क गायिका गा रही है, बहुत ही एक ब्रीदी, एक जो हाय जब बोलती हैं तो उनका जो हाय है एकदम ऐसा लगता है कि कलेजा, जबकि लता जी की हाय जब निकलती है तो वो आपको एकदम अलग फीलिंग देती है। बट अब जब आशा जी को आप सुनेंगे तब इट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ अप्रोच टू सिंगिंग। तो मैं सोचता हूँ कि हेड वॉइस वो ज़्यादा यूज़ करती हैं आशा जी, जहाँ जहाँ हेड वॉइस इस्तेमाल किया है उन्होंने, जैसे कि ला 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 ला, इस तरह की जो बातें हैं, या आओ हुजूर तुमको, जो एक पॉइंटेड थ्रो मारती रहती हैं वो, तो फेंका यहाँ फेंका, तो ये वाली जो गायकी है आशा जी की, वो डिफ्रेंशिएट करती हैं लता जी से उनको। एंड आई थिंक लेट्स प्ले अ ट्रैक जहाँ पे दोनों बहनों का गायकी का अंश है। आई थिंक विल बी एबल टू इमीडिएटली अंडरस्टैंड कि हम
Okay, so Bichua dissofying in two different ways, I can see. Painfully and sensuously. Doc, I remember you telling me once something about the first song of Madhumati. Can you share with all of us, please?
No, that's on record. Mr. Mannade has said it in an interview that every time she would say this hoi 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 hoi, it threw him and he would forget his next line, because he was not able to concentrate. Because right next to him, with such amazing purity and effect, so he said, even I as the co-singer, I could not, not react to it.
And I think these two sisters had this propensity to throw their co-singers off guard with such vocal.
Yeah,
and
a lot of
virtuosity.
things which were not even in the rehearsal were unleashed deliberately only for the final recording, just to see how much they could rattle the male co-singer.
No, but this is something which these two sisters, the technical virtuosity is so good that they could always do something, pull off something extra in these songs.
Actually, I was asking Doc when we were listening to this song, and it might be of interest to some. The sound sounds a little hollow, if you notice, if you know what I mean. When she's singing, it's like as if she's singing from a distance slightly. So Doc gave a very interesting explanation, which I'm sure Kushal, being a archivist, will know a little more.
For some reason, HMV those days, in the early 70s, for quite some years, they did something called electronic reprocessing for stereo. You must have seen this on many LPs, electronically reprocessed for stereo. I don't know why they did it, but only if you had a proper full stereo system, maybe it was not that bad to some extent, but for most of us who would listen to records on simple players those days, this was always the problem. A very tinny effect, not quite full as we would expect it to be. But our expert here.
Yes, thanks. HMV had this horrible policy in place. We were quite backward with our technology. So stereo was already the buzzword in the Western world, and we were not equipped with stereophonic microphones and with studios recording stereophonic sound. So HMV got into this gimmick, and they just put extra bass in one of the channels and extra treble in one of the channels, distorting it completely and adding a lot of reverb onto one of them. So they used to sound horrible. So whether you had a stereophonic player or a monophonic player, they were as bad. So, and I think they should be taken to court for spoiling the cultural heritage of India.
Thanks, Kushal. So the second clip that we heard was Asha Bhosle singing for R.D. Burman, Hai Bichua Das Gayo Re. And while there's a perception, and I too also believe the same way that Asha Bhosle has sung beautifully for R.D. Burman, Asha Bhosle herself feels that R.D. Burman's best tunes went to Lata Mangeshkar. And she has done shikayat also to R.D. Burman, saying, Burman Saab, आप दीदी को अच्छे अच्छे गाने देते थे, मुझे all these sidey songs used to come to me. So let's hear what Gulzar has to say to Asha Bhosle in the presence of R.D. Burman to console her.
एक छोटी सी चीज़ के साथ जोड़ दूं कि लता दी के अपने अचीवमेंट्स हैं, भारत रत्न रही हैं और उन्होंने अपनी स्पेस खुद बनाई, लेकिन आशा भोसले ने जो अपनी स्पेस बनाई वो लता मंगेशकर की स्पेस के रहते हुए बनाई. ये आशा भोसले का अचीवमेंट.
So while we did make a commitment that we'll play audio clips, but here is one more video clip that's going to follow. And the reason for that is we are all in agreement of this particular actress whom we are going to highlight through this video clip. I want to share a backstory saying that when we used to discuss about which songs to play on Zoom calls, we had such heated arguments that Zoom actually told us that please lower your voices, you're disturbing the other parallel meetings that are happening on Zoom. So that's how animated we were. But we were in agreement on one thing, that let's play a video clip of this particular artist. The artist is Helen. And when we mention Helen's name, we think of Asha Bhosle. But just pause it. We think of Asha Bhosle when we think of Helen. But we are going to play a clip where we are going to alternate songs of Helen, songs picturized on Helen, sung by both the sisters, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Let's enjoy this.
The colors of seduction, the colors of intoxication, romance, mythology, patriotism. बट ये जो दो गाने बचे हैं इस क्लिप में, ये दो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट गाने हैं हेलन के लिए भी, बिकॉज वी हैव गिवन दीज टू सॉन्ग्स एज हेलन 15 to 50, and this one is the debut song of Helen, her first film at 15. She was just 15 when Lata Mangeshkar sang for her in Mayur Pank, and what followed this is a Helen song at 50, her dancing at 50, and that is the peak of the Helen. When you see the song, you would realize that, and how Asha ji carried her voice for Helen.
Yeah, this was actually, I had seen him on some television interview talking about Gopi Krishna. So someone asked him, in your opinion, what is your favorite song, which is a dance song which is filmed well for a film on screen? So, and the interviewer sat back and expected that he would either choose one of his own choreographed songs or maybe a song in which he himself was dancing, obviously a classical based song. Surprisingly, he chose Helen's song from Dawn. And he said, I haven't seen anything picturized, a dance song to that much effect. He said in that second stanza with the drums going tuck, 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 and the way she comes towards the camera, he says that effect, he says no other dancer could do it, and I have not seen or felt that effect in any other song. And this is from Gopi Krishna. Yeah.
There was another interesting observation you had about Helen and Asha Bhosle as far as music directors are concerned.
I'm not sure whether I'm correct, but our panel can maybe add in. I could not find any. Helen has had an Asha Bhosle song for under every music director that I could think of, except perhaps Salil Chaudhary and Hemant Kumar. Of course, there are Lata songs for Helen with Salil, but I'm not sure about Salil and Asha Helen.
I can't recall offhand, but for Salil Chaudhary in Maya,
Yeah.
Helen dances on the song which Mohammad Rafi sings for Aga, Sanam Tu Chal Diya Rasta. Helen is dancing in the song beautifully.
No, there are Helen songs composed by Salil, but sung by Lata.
Yes.
But surprisingly, an Asha song for Helen.
No, it's not. I don't think it is there.
Is there any Hemant Kumar song at all for Helen by either sister? Maybe not.
No. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trivia.
Okay. There was also an interesting Goan connection with the Dawn song. Anybody knows that? the arranger for Dawn under Kalyanji Anandji was Frank Fernand from Mapsa.
Oh, yes. Frank Fernand has arranged for Kalyan Jananji.
Yeah, and Dawn, of course, he has a credit also in the opening credits, music arranged by Frank Fernand.
Also, the Gumnam song was picturized in Goa.
Yes, Vagator. A totally unrecognizable Vagator without any shacks.
एक छोटी सी बात और जोड़ना चाहूँगा. नॉर्मली आप देखेंगे डांसर्स की इतनी बड़ी शेल्फ लाइफ नहीं होती है, बट वी सॉ हेलेन फ्रॉम 15 to 50 एंड उससे भी बियॉन्ड गई. बट अगर लता और आशा नहीं होती तो आई डोंट थिंक हेलेन कुड हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ अ शेल्फ लाइफ.
Okay, so enough of Helen. I think we're digressing, and I'm not complaining though. Let's come back to the two sisters, the September sisters. So now we heard Gulzar pacifying Asha Bhosle. Now let's extrapolate what Pawan had commented about how Asha Bhosle creates her own space. Let's hear it in Asha Bhosle's own words. This is a very beautiful interview, an excerpt from this interview taken by Salil Chaudhary for Asha Bhosle. So interviewee is Asha Bhosle, the interviewer is Salil Chaudhary. He asks her in Bengali, it's for Bengali Doordarshan, and she responds in Hindi. But I'm sure all of you will understand, Salil Chaudhary asks her in Hindi in this question.
रवि की किरणें आप डालना चाहते हैं. You want me to throw light? They are both having their own approach and their own styles. So, जैसे हमने बात की, आशा जी एक वेरी ब्रीदी, एक बड़ी एकदम थ्रो करती हैं अपने वर्ड्स को कि ठीक है यार, जहाँ भी गिरेगा निशाने पे ही गिरेगा, कितना भी दूर जाके गिरे, यू नो, दैट काइंड ऑफ अ बिंदास बेब शी इज. लता जी इज अ वेरी measured and controlled and napatula soch ki, very intelligent singing, but very measured. So I think this is the basic approach in both their.
आई थिंक एक और चीज़ है कि लता जी की जो सिनेमैटिक मीडियम की जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, स्पेशली इन टर्म्स ऑफ द स्टोरी एंड द कॉन्टेक्स्ट एंड द कैरेक्टर्स, वो बहुत एक्सेप्शनल है. उनकी जो अप्रोच है वो एक डायरेक्टर के विजन वाली है. दैट इज़ वाई द emotions that she put in a particular song as per the required situation, उसमें आप रत्ती भर भी जो तोला और माशा का बिल्कुल भी किसी भी इमोशन में आप नाप लीजिए, कहीं पे भी आपको फ़र्क नहीं आएगा. आशा जी अपनी तरफ से एक वैल्यू ऐड करती हैं, उनकी अपनी एक पर्सनल वैल्यू ऐड करती हैं. बट व्हेन लता सिंग्स, she sings for the character, she sings for the film, and she sings for the script and situation.
Thanks. I remember you using a phrase once regarding Western songs of Lata and Asha, and you said that Lata Mangeshkar renders a song perfectly, and Asha Bhosle belts out a song.
Yeah, she actually belts it, which is very important. If you see in Western music, it's about how you're throwing. It's about a stage performance. So, वो उस तरह से वो approach करती हैं कोई गीत.
So Pawan reminded me of another R.D. Burman Asha Bhosle story. That Asha Bhosle once again, when he asked R.D. Burman that why are the best of your tunes going to Badi Didi, in a jocular manner, not in a very jealous manner. So R.D. apparently told her that, you know, you are Gary Sobers, the all-rounder, but she's Don Bradman. You know, there is only one Don Bradman. So you have a Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin simile, you have a Bradman Sobers simile, but very interesting ones. So now we come to the domain of ghazals and nazams, which is a Lata Mangeshkar domain, if I may say so. There are so many good songs. But let's listen to this pair and see.
देखिए, गज़ल इज़ अ लिरिकल फॉर्म, सो उसकी इंटरप्रिटेशन जब हम म्यूज़िकली करते हैं तो मैदान बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है. सो इट्स डिफ़िकल्ट टू से. आई रिजर्व माई कमेंट.
एक छोटी सी बात होती है गज़ल में कि इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बहुत कम यूज़ होते हैं. हमारे यहाँ ट्रेडिशनल जब गज़ल कंपोज होती है तो सिंगर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है. बट अगर आपने वो लता वाला रेंडिशन सुना यहाँ पर, एंड स्पेसिफिकली इफ़ यू हियर दैट पर्टिकुलर एल्बम, एंटायर एल्बम, तो वी नो गालिब एज अ वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स विद वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स थाट्स. उनका जो शायरी है जिसमें जिस किस्म की फ़िलासफ़ी है, ही इज़ नॉट अ वेरी इजी शायर टू अंडरस्टैंड. उनकी जनरेशन में उनको इतना अप्रिसिएशन इसीलिए नहीं मिला क्योंकि लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता था. हम लोगों की जनरेशन अप्रिशिएट करती है. लता जी ने जब गालिब को यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट किया, इट वॉज काइंड ऑफ अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टुवर्ड्स दैट काइंड ऑफ अ स्टेचर ऑफ गालिब. और इसीलिए अगर आप वो एल्बम देखेंगे तो उसमें इतनी कॉम्प्लेक्स ट्यून्स हैं. यूजुअली अगर आप लता की गज़ल रेंडिशंस और लोगों के साथ देखेंगे आपको उतनी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी नहीं मिलेगी, लेकिन यहाँ पे आपको कॉन्शियसली इंटेंशनली ऐसा लगता है कि लता इज़ एक्चुअली लिविंग अप टू दैट चैलेंज ऑफ गालिब, ऑफ लिविंग गालिब. तो ये एल्बम इसलिए बहुत स्पेशल है. और वैसे गालिब को बहुत लोगों ने गाया है, सैगल ने गाया है, बेगम अख्तर ने गाया है, तलत रफ़ी, जिसको मौका मिला सबने गाया है. लेकिन जो लता जी का रेंडिशन है वो इस एल्बम में बहुत, उसकी जो ट्यून्स हैं, हृदयनाथ की भी जो ट्यून्स हैं उसमें, वो ऐसा लगता है कि एक बहुत स्पेसिफिक ट्रिब्यूट है गालिब को.
Thank you. That's very perceptive. I have never tired of saying this, and I will continue saying this, that both these sisters, their songs are rendered to perfection. And rendered to perfection. And composers, चाहे वो गुलाम अली साहब हो, चाहे हृदयनाथ मंगेशकर हो, they make the most complicated tunes for these two ladies. And these two ladies, despite their busy schedule, it's not that they could rehearse these songs for 1 month and then, record it. They were doing 4 or 5 rehearsals a day for the commercial businesses. And yet, they could pull off songs like this. And that's something which I really, really find admirable. I have a personal memory for this Miraj Ghazal album. There's one more song in this, You Saja Chand, which is also very complicated. We got our first TV in the early 80s, a black and white TV with a shuttered door. And there was Asha Bhosle singing You Saja Chand on TV, on some program. My father, who was in the other room, and my father is not exposed to Hindi music a lot. I'm from West Bengal. He came out and said, is this the same lady who sang Dam Maro Dam is singing this song now? So that's, I think, a beautiful tribute. Yeah. So Kushal, just a few minutes ago, you mentioned a term for Asha Bhosle ki confidence ke saath wo sur chhodti hai with the assurance that wo sahi jagah pe jaake lagegi. So we will now hear a module of these two ladies' pitch perfection. How they hit a note absolutely right at spot, despite the fact the note may be a discrete note. Let's listen.
Let me just talk a little about this.
Sure.
Yeah. So the first clip that we are playing in this segment called Pitch Perfection, you will hear Lata Mangeshkar's song and note how precisely she's touching the notes once, twice, thrice, again, and again. And it's with great speed. That is Lata Mangeshkar. The second song in that same track, you will hear Asha ji, where she is hitting a very high note. She's hitting it again and again. But also see कि वो क्या गमक के साथ में वो उसको अदायगी कर रही है और गाने में तरह तरह के एक्सप्रेशंस को लेकर के वो साथ में गा रही हैं उसको. It's very, very difficult कि इतना एक्सप्रेसिव गाना और इतना मुश्किल काम साथ में करना. So we've specially chosen these two tracks just to showcase their dexterity.
So once in Dubai, when chatting with Asha ji, I'm full of questions only about trivia stuff, so not the heavy stuff. So I asked her, can you name a song where you think you have reached the highest note? So she said, yeah, and she mentioned this song, Meri Ja Maine Kaha, that highest note. She said, when I was rehearsing with it, with my musicians, she said, the keyboard player said, Asha ji, I could play everything, but that highest note, it's coming out in the air somewhere outside here. I can't play it, So, but she says that there were other songs also where it was not that evident, but like Nigahe Milane Ko Ji Chahta Hai, in the middle, there are some places.
काय बरेलो बांगडो म्हाका मायन दिलेलो कोण रे मेल्यान त्याचो दोळो फोडिल्लो आयलो गो कचरोवालो आयलो आगो बेगीन कर तो कचरोवालो आयलो तूं आनी कितें गो मागीर म्हाज्या नांवान बोवाळ मारतले यो बेगीन यो
धरलो
कितें
आणि तो म्हजेर बेजार जाता, म्हाका लज जाता. आणि या ओल्या कचऱ्यान प्लास्टीक पोती घालप.
आगो पण ओलीत आसा मगो ती पळय पळय हात लावन पळय.
शी 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 शी. केन्ना अक्कल येतली रे तुका? ही पळय, ही भाजयेची, ही नुस्त्याची आणि ही बाकीच्या सामानाची. पूण ना, तुका जाय ती प्लास्टिकूच. नागरिक म्हणून आमची कितें जबाबदारी आसा काय ना? एकटो सरकार कांयच करूंक शकना आणि कचऱ्याच्या बाबतीत तर नाच ना.
म्हणजे कितें करप तर आमी?
अरे कचरो कितलेशेच प्रकारचो असता. 7 ते 8 प्रकार. वखदांचो वेगळो कचरो, काचेचो वेगळो कचरो, इलेक्ट्रिकचो वेगळो कचरो. तरी सरकार दोनूच सांगता, वलो आणि सुको. आणि तरी तुझ्याकडे ते जायना. दारादारांनी कचरो व्हरपाक येवन सुद्धा गटारांनी, रस्त्याच्या कुशीक कचऱ्याचे ढिगारेच मरे. आणि हो कचरो कोण करता? आमीच मरे. मागीर म्हाका सांग, हातून सरकार कितें करतलो?
सारकें तुजें, चुकता आमचेंच.
अरे सावंत सरकारान कचरो जाग्यार घालपाक कितलेशेच प्रकल्प उबे केल्यात. सालिगांव, कुणय, पिसुर्ल्या आणि हेर जाग्यार कितलेशेच नवे प्रकल्प नेटान चालू आसात. सरकार आपले काम आपले परीन पुराय जोर लावन करता. पूण गरज आसा आमी जबाबदार जावपाची. कितें?
नव्या तमाचे सेरतुतराचे हे आमचे सरकार. प्रमोद सावंताच्या खाला सपना जाता साकार. गोंयाचो फुल्लारे फुडार, खोशया सारे गोंयकार.
आता ओल्यान ओलो आणि सुक्यान सुको.
गोंयान उरलो ना कचऱ्याचो धोको. आता भिवपाची
गरज ना.
दरेक गोंयकाराचो आधार डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंताचें गोंय सरकार.